A strange object just passed through our solar system, not on any known orbit, not from here, and definitely not an ordinary comet. Its name is 3I/ATLAS, and what stunned scientists isn't just where it came from, but what it might have been. Data shows it's over 2 billion years older than our Sun. Could it be just a wandering chunk of ancient ice, or a surviving fragment of a long-lost planet? Because if that's true, we're not just watching an interstellar traveler, we're witnessing the final remains of a world that once was, and was erased by the cosmos. 3I/ATLAS isn't just another comet. It's the third known interstellar object ever detected, following ʻOumuamua in 2017 and Borisov in 2019. But this time, something is different. No bright tail, no gas jets. 3I/ATLAS drifted past in near silence, cold, dark, and oddly composed. Its structure, observed through spectroscopy, shows marked differences from typical comets in our solar system. And here's the jaw-dropping part. Its estimated age? Over 7.6 billion years. That's more than 2 billion years older than our Sun. This isn't a random rock. Some scientists speculate that 3I/ATLAS could be a fragment from the core of an ancient, long-lost planet, once part of a distant star system. Perhaps that planet was shattered in a cosmic collision or consumed by a dying star. All that remains now is this wandering relic. And now, after billions of years adrift, it's passed through our solar system, silent, alien, untouched. If its origins are what we suspect, then 3I/ATLAS isn't just an object. It's the first physical trace of a planet that no longer exists, a remnant from a forgotten chapter of the universe's past. If 3I/ATLAS truly is a planetary fragment, then that's not just science fiction, because we've seen it happen before, right here in our own solar system. Asteroids like Vesta, Pallas, and Hygiea are remnants of once-formed planetary bodies, objects with iron cores and rocky crusts that were shattered by ancient cosmic collisions. Some of those fragments have even fallen to Earth as meteorites, containing minerals formed under extreme pressure and heat, conditions only found deep within planetary interiors. And let's not forget Earth's own violent past. The very birth of our moon came from a cataclysmic impact between early Earth and a Mars-sized protoplanet. So no, the destruction of a planet isn't some far-off fantasy. It's a real chapter in the story of how worlds form and end. If such devastation occurred here, why not elsewhere? If 3I/ATLAS contains traces of those same high-pressure minerals, if it shows signs of having once been part of a larger world, then we may be holding the first physical evidence of an exoplanet that no longer exists. A cold, drifting shard that once pulsed as the molten heart of a living world. Far from being alien, 3I/ATLAS might be deeply familiar, an echo of a cosmic pattern we've already seen unfold, only this time from somewhere far beyond. 3I/ATLAS is now cutting across our solar system, and scientists are doing everything they can not to waste the opportunity. Since its discovery in July 2025, telescopes worldwide have locked on. Ground-based arrays in Chile and Hawaii, the orbiting eyes of James Webb and Hubble, and even amateur astronomers with high-precision optics. The goal? Capture every clue, its spectrum, reflectivity, rotation, and light curve variations. James Webb is scanning its composition in deep infrared. If it reveals high-pressure minerals or metallic compounds, it could suggest that 3I/ATLAS once came from a planet's deep interior. Meanwhile, citizen astronomers are tracking its brightness and path, helping refine its orbit down to the hour. All of this builds a clearer picture of where it came from and what it might be. By late October 2025, 3I/ATLAS will swing close to Mars's orbit, its best visible window. Some have proposed launching fast-response probes or CubeSats, but the timeline is likely too tight. So instead, we watch, we measure, we study the soft light it reflects, and try to reconstruct the story it carries. No magic, no landers, just science, patience, and a fleeting chance to read a message carved in stone and scattered across time. Imagine if it's true. 3. ʻAtlas isn't just a rock drifting through space. It's the broken remnant of a planet that once existed. A world that formed, evolved, and then was torn apart by some cosmic cataclysm, a collision, a gravitational collapse, or the death of its parent star. If so, we're not just observing matter, we're looking at a memory carved in minerals, and that changes everything, because it means planetary death is real. The universe doesn't just create worlds, it erases them. And 3I/ATLAS is a fragment that slipped through oblivion to whisper a warning. Did that lost planet once have oceans, a molten core, a magnetic field, an atmosphere, even life? We don't know. We might never know. But the mere possibility means this object becomes more than scientific curiosity. It becomes a reminder of planetary fragility. It tells us Earth is not guaranteed, and that somewhere, long ago, there may have been planets like ours, now reduced to silent shards drifting across the stars. 3I/ATLAS will leave. It'll sweep past our sun, vanish into the darkness of interstellar space, and never return. But the trace it leaves behind won't be a mark in the sky. It'll be a shift in how we see ourselves. We often think of the universe as a place where life begins, a cradle of stars, planets, and potential. But rarely do we think of it as a graveyard for what once was. If 3I/ATLAS truly is the remnant of a lost world, then it forces us to confront a difficult truth. No planet lasts forever. No form of life is guaranteed. We, Earth, the Moon, everything we know, are just temporary visitors in the long history of the cosmos. And maybe the true meaning of observing an ancient fragment like 3I/ATLAS isn't about discovering what was lost, but about remembering what we still have. Because sometimes, to understand how precious life is, we need to glimpse something that once was and is no more.